XLF, let's look at the XLF. It's down 3 times the actual S&P 500, so it's really been beaten up. And there's 3 reasons why the financials are so challenged. Certainly, you're seeing a rough current rate environment. We actually have the president talking about negative interest rates. There's a lot of concern on the horizon for these banks. If it's Bank of America, if it's Citi, if it's JPMorgan, they're concerned about potential defaults in the wake of the pandemic. Lastly, it's really uncertain for them to forecast what they see in Q3 or Q4 of 2020. So XLF, you can argue it's a buy solely, but we do not own banks. We sold banks in March. We rotated into IBB in our sector rotation model. And the banks right now are a little bit too nasty to touch.
All right, but are they telling a bigger story about the overall markets, or are they just facing their own set of problems, Jeff?
It's a great point. Yes, is that more of the optic lens we should be looking through of what this reopening, what this economy looks like? I don't necessarily agree with that narrative. So I think the banks are a little bit of an anomaly. And this really speaks to the dislocated rally. Look at the S&P 500, the way it snapped back from that March 23rd low. The banks have not participated. There's a reason for that. We look at a name like Wells Fargo, down over 50%. Will we see Warren Buffett exit that position? He's owned that since 1990, but he is trimming a lot of fat there, just like he did with the airline, Sully.
Okay, the IGE, this is stuff, this is my world, real world commodity stuff. Do you like it because it's only got the biggest players in energy? You're not buying an ETF with a couple big players and then 50 that may not survive.
Well, IGE, really interesting natural resources ETF. And this isn't about my gut. This isn't about what we think about how beat up the sector is. This is technical strength. We rely upon relative strength to get us a better understanding for our models. And it did highlight the fact that it's time to own IGE as well as IYE energy. So 2 beat up sectors, but showing relative strength. Complete polar opposite of the banks right now, Sully.